Hello, Capricorns, and welcome to your August 2024 reading. So, before we start, I just want to announce that I finally finished my tarot course that I've been working on for like a year. It's online, it's about almost 20 videos of an hour, at least an hour each, with a complete guidebook on the tarot, the wisdom of tarot with the Tree of Sephiroth. So it's kind of a complete understanding of each connections and the relevance with the Tree of Life. So I'm very excited about it, and it's in the shop section of the website. There you go. All right, so I meditated on your energy, my beautiful Capricorns. And you come in the month with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is right away when we're working, but it's not easy breezy, cover girl, okay? It's more like work, torture, okay? When it's upright, this is something that is flowing, we're making it. We don't have to think about it, a bit like we don't have to think about our heart beating. We're just grounded, growing ourselves, and expanding our seed into this world, the uniqueness that we are. Under that, I have you and the Ten of Swords. So that tells me that this principle of, working the salt mine kind of thing, where it takes a lot of effort, it's not effortlessly. You're going to you come in the month with this realization. Ten of Swords is a good realization. This is when we know exactly what are the beliefs, the things we buy, in a way, the thoughts that created this for us. Why am I not? I should be tripping. I should be, because I'm realizing myself. The seed in the garden does not have to think, I have to make sure I have potassium and all of this. It should be much more flowing. So there is something here that you're coming into the month and you know exactly how maybe you've betrayed yourself, you've believed things that, influenced your decisions and so on, but you're very conscious of it coming into the month. And that's why the second card is the Magician. Here we have like a flipping of, working hard and it's not, giving me what I should receive. And here we have the Magician. What am I manifesting then? Something I need to take back control on what I've been manifesting as in my life and how I've been accomplishing myself. Under the Magician card, we do have the Four of Cups and the Pope in reverse. So that tells me that there's this consciousness of I want to manifest something. But you have to make sure, like what could be some of these swords that are still unconscious. Could be that, well, it's always been like that for me, and maybe it will never change. Been there, done that, Four of Cups. Or I'm not so sure I have the sovereignty over the mechanics, the spiritual mechanics of this world. Or even when it comes to institutions, to having that power to open the doors, okay, of what I want to be incarnated here or not. In the Pope in reverse, it's like if it's bigger organizations that have this power over us and not us, okay? That would be the Pope in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant is the keeper of rituals, okay? Back in the day. So he understands things spiritually, and he knows how to apply them into the physical world. When he's in reverse, it would be like, maybe I understand them, but I don't know how to apply them into my physical world. So here we have like a strong stance of, I want to manifest, but at the same time, there's still some unconscious belief that maybe keep me a slave to reality, that we need to become conscious of. And then at the end of the month, there we have fire, and under that fire. So, of course, we're in Leo month, okay? So the fire is going to be something, very relevant. And at the end of the month, not even the end, around the 19th, we have the full moon in Aquarius. And that is, what I've come here to do, my aspiration. Who am I and what do I bring to the world? And here it's kind of you're like recuperating your fire, recuperating your no more. There's this extra energy that, because the interesting thing is that that's a 7 and a 1, it makes an 8, and that's the 8. So at the end of the month, you're going to go from working hard and not seeing results and realizing a lot of things about this. At the end of the month, the fire kicks in. Having that extra wand is a new way to bring your spirit, your energy, your intention. The power of intention is a belief, a truth infused with the fire of our soul. That's the power of intention. So an Ace of Wands is kind of that fire we can align into what we want. And then in the 8 of Wands, the universe is like, all right, I'm following suit. I'm going to dance with you. So of course we have these, beautiful flowing of energy, serendipities and synchronicities happening. Bottom of the deck, I have the Chariot. And so we can really see the launch pad happening here. So from a block situation with a lot of realization, middle of the month, we're kind of, yes, I want to manifest something else, but how can I bring my spiritual knowledge and sovereignty to concretize here? First indication, know that it's not because you've lived it that it's not possible to happen. Second indication, there's an Ace of Cups for you. So that means there's a level of a higher vibration. We know our vibration is what is being manifested, mirrored in the matrix. So we receive frequency that is imprinted in our waters that make the ripples, oscillation, vibration. That's what we see. So do not limit to the same vibration if you want a different result. All right, let's clarify this for you. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Capricorns for the month of August 2024. August 2024. All right, okay, 8 of Pentacles. Why is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse? Well, maybe it's because you don't really know what to go for, what you want. And you see your King of Wands, your fire is in reverse. So maybe you've been giving your energy a lot around you, but not for you, for your own growth. Maybe you haven't been grounding your energy. Maybe it's been floating all over. Here with it, I have the Two of Swords in reverse with the Knight of Cups in reverse. And that can be like, maybe I don't even know what I would love, what I would want to bring forward, because maybe I haven't felt it yet. Two of Swords in reverse. This is when unconsciously we were in a paradox of different beliefs, two opposite beliefs. And that's probably what you're going to realize. This needs to come up to the surface for you to realize it. But very interesting to see the King of Wands in reverse. So, looking at where am I spending my fire? My fire is my spirit, my energy, physical energy, mental energy also, because this is what supports air. My willpower, my passion, my fire. Okay, so let's look at this. Maybe my fire was supporting unconscious beliefs. Yeah, like sabotage. Because I think that the organization of the world is stronger than my own sovereignty over my life. Pope in reverse. Seven of Swords, Thief in the Night. How do I sabotage myself? How do I disempower myself? There's like a very disempowering belief. We're all screwed anyway. There's nothing we can do about it. I don't have what it takes. I'm going to have to maneuver to try and just survive instead of having a belief that will support the investment of who I am, what I love into this world. What would support manifesting my reality. But a Pope in reverse is very hard because it's kind of, at one point we can even see that the world is so corrupt that you cannot bring light into it. And that's the best way to be defeated just at the beginning. It's giving your power completely. Let's look at the Magician here. Okay, I'm going to keep that little thing here. The Sun. Here's the fire. Yeah, you're going to be very influenced by the Leo season. There's probably other planets around your sign right now that would justify all this fire coming at you in mid-month here. So the Sun brings a lot of clarity on, hey, I'm the magician of my life here. What's my aspiration? What actually brings me joy? What's my self-expression? Let's think 5th house. What's in my 5th house? And, children. In that this is how I want to express myself, this is who I am, and so on. Here's an Ace of Sword. So you might have the idea, which is very great, because after the 10, we know that this is not it, this is not it, this is not it. This is a lie I'm buying. What is the truth? You're going to understand something. Here with the Two of Cups in reverse. And the Two of Cups in reverse, I'm going to keep are they going to give it to me again? No? Okay, so I'm going to keep the Two of Cups in reverse. The Two of Cups in reverse, this is when we're mirroring the people in our lives, men or women, okay? Because it's the inner perceptive, receptive side of us being mirrored by the active, the one that is out there side of us, the one that acts, that is in action, not acting like a television. The one is in acting out there. And these two are mirroring each other so that we can rise our consciousness and transmuting into lighter and lighter and lighter. So when they're in reverse, that's because they're mirroring their lower vibration. They have a cup in one another, so they're mirroring their vibration. In reverse, they're mirroring their wounds. So no matter what the wound is, like just behind it, I had this card in reverse. So if part of you has a hard time standing for you, King of Wands in reverse also can be very passive, or go for the wrong things. But this, maybe hard time standing for you, putting boundaries or anything like this, you're going to be mirrored people that step all over you, ask too much, welcome narcissists. So that could be enough to finally feel so disempowered. Let's look at the Pope in reverse. Oop. Yeah, the Pope in reverse. Here is our Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And the Chariot in reverse. The one that is in the bottom of the deck. And here. The Pope in reverse puts a stop to your ambition, to your success, to your movement forward of following your aspiration. It makes you work, but not grow. As long as you hold the idea that you do not have that power on your life, that you are not sovereign of how the etheric spiritual energy takes shape into our world, into your reality. Let's look at, okay. So here, that Ace, I'm keeping it like this because we have that. For this, of course, she's coming to talk to you. And that's the one that guides this guy, okay? So she's your spiritual connection with above that's going to speak to you through your insight. She's going to speak to you about old sadnesses, that it's time for it to finish and end. No more. That cycle is finished. She's going to speak to you about this. She's going to talk about all those times you swallowed and maybe you're not conscious about because it is in reverse. I've swallowed the loss, the emotional loss of this and this and this. And an emotional loss, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I loved this thing and I lost it. It can be like, I really hoped that thing would happen. If you've ever grieved somebody that you love, you know that you grieve the fact that, all those times, and that the person per se, who they are, their energy, their presence, all that they are. But you also grieve the fact that all of the potential you could have lived with them, experienced with them, is now impossible. So you grieve the potential and the person. The Five of Cups is a bit of that. Grieving potentials of things doesn't have to be people. It can be project. I've always wanted to be a dancer or whatever it is. Grieving emotional investments that could have been, and the ones that were like mirrored sadnesses or loss of this. And it's time to bring it up to the surface so that you can finish it. Say no more. I'm not living by these vibrations, because if you look here, the Two of Cups behind her back, it's the Two of Cups of this that is happening behind your back, being mirrored from your unconscious, being mirrored from the things that you're not focusing on, or that you're focusing on, but they're being mirrored and you're not realizing it. So if you're focusing on your losses, this is going to be mirrored, and then you're just being proven and proven right again. But here you're going to have that extra fire is going to be sent by your high priestess. So that extra, enough for you to say no more. Enough for you to, lovers, make that decision of no more. The Lovers is an inspired decision between the feminine and the masculine, and the higher frequency of, here we have Gabriel, the Archangel, the moon, over what was happening in the shadows. You know, behind the scene. What was happening in the shadows. This is really what you become conscious about. First, you have this, I can't take it anymore. I want to manifest, I don't know how. Then you realize what was happening in the shadows. And that's where you say, no more. So I'm going to call this video No More, because that's pretty much what's going to happen. Maybe around the 19 and 20 with that full moon in Aquarius, where your soul is going to call on you. Hey, this is who you're supposed to be. This is the fire you're supposed to have access to. So, no more. On this, my beautiful Capricorns, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and all of that. Don't forget the tarot course if this is something that is interesting for you, for your own personal growth, or to, support your community. Also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on new moon, full moon, I ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is the most beneficial for you. On this, namaste. And I'll see you next month.